on this very special day as we get ready for soft launch of the Daisy AI system. And probably within the next 72 hours, we will roll into our soft launch. It's time to get ready. It's time to get prepared. It's time to have your wallets funded. It's time to have your team in line, ready to roll up for the soft launch. We had the pre-launch last week, very, very successful pre-launch. It met with some challenges because, guys, you've done such a great job. We had over 50,000 people try to register, and that ran into a few IT challenges, but that seems to be getting corrected right now. And our soft launch, we're really, really looking forward to it towards the end of this week. So stay tuned, and I would stretch out a warm welcome to all of our new guests on this call. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for taking time out, your precious day, to listen to this. And somebody has thought enough of you to share this wonderful idea with you. And if you're on this call, it's because the person invited you knows this is something you'll be very good at. They know this is something you'll have success at, and that's why you're here. So people are rolling in even late. I don't know why people arrive late, show up for the airplane late, guys, and it's gone. So I've been able to talk there for a few moments, and I think we had about 40 people join since that song stopped, which is absolutely amazing. We run this call Monday, Wednesday, Friday for now. And that's just to give your guests an opportunity into Daisy to understand what it is and how it works. And it's a platform that has the business explained for you, so you never have to explain the business. That's the secret. If somebody can explain it for you, it saves you the bother of even learning it. And we'll eventually have these recorded that you can use on the team websites. And you'll probably find it on YouTube. So this is live. Thank you again for joining us. We have people, as I look at this list, from all over the world again. It's absolutely amazing. Just give me one moment till I go down through the list here. AJ, you're in twice. I don't know how you got in twice, so maybe you're on a computer and a phone. Thank you for joining us. Alexander, great to see you, my friend. We have lots of the Africa Success team's on board again. Well done, guys. Welcome to the call. We have some people registered with iPhone and Samsung, so we don't know who you are. Alison, welcome to the call. Andarina, welcome to the call. Andy, welcome to the call. Angela, welcome to the call. Lots of A's in the room. Anns and Annette's and Antons and Aaron's, and my goodness, with lots of A's, lots of B's. I see Barry in here. I see Bo. I see Bill. I see Bit Panther's on the call. Bobby's on here too, and is Brenda. So lots of people. That's just the A's and the B's. I missed half of you, but there's names here I can't pronounce. When I go into the C's, I see Candy, Caroline, Catalina. I see Charlene, Chris. I see another Chris. I see Chuck. I see Clifford. I see Kokoy. I see so many people joining this call. And now another 70 people have arrived in this room, and we're going to pack this out. What exciting times with this company. I see Crypto Bills is on the call. Wow, the legend himself, the 28-year-old who featured on our very recent training on Saturday, done a fantastic job on Facebook. He's on the call. We've got Crypto Cell on the call. Hey guys, if I were to read all of these names, we're done. Don, thanks for coming to the call. We see, I can't go through these names. This is very, very exciting. If you could see what I could see, these names coming in. Marcus is on the call. Manjit's on the call. Marvin's on the call. My goodness, everybody's on the call. Well done, all of you. And Yorick, I go down to the very bottom here. Yorick, you think you're the last guy on the call? No way, sir. You're not the last. We've got Yana before you. We've got Yorick, and we've got Zdravik on as well. We've got Zdravik is on the call as well. So it's absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to run through the presentation. This is for your guest. This is maybe their first exposure to the Daisy concept, and I'll do my best to explain it on your behalf. So give me one moment. I'm going to record this for you, and if we get a nice clean edit, then we will be able to share this with you. So give me 1 second, and I'll get the recording underway, and we'll get started. Wow. Would you believe, since I started this call, 40 and 70s, 110, 110 and 21, 131 people have joined this call since the music finished. And of course, we had a couple of hundred on before or whilst the music was playing. So I think next time, guys, it's important to get in. Maybe I'll put 2 or 3 songs on at the beginning. And that's just to warm the room up while you're waiting. And it's important to get in because these calls are going to sell out. We sold out on Saturday. There were only 500 places on the call last Saturday. We filled them all. It dropped back to 485. I think we finished with over 300 on the call. And that was after 3 hours information. Tonight's going to be 40 minutes maximum, 30, 40 minutes maximum. This is just an overview. And I would say as this starts to soft launch, your guest isn't going to get on this call because this room, unfortunately, only holds 500, unless we upgrade it to 1,000. But let me get the recording started and we'll be with you in just 1 second. Thank you again for joining us. Well, welcome and thank you for joining us on this DAISY presentation. We're here to look at the new DAISY project, and DAISY stands for Decentralized AI System. There's 2 phrases have come into your vocabulary in this last 3 to 5 years, and those 2 are AI is very, very big. We believe the world is moving towards AI, artificial intelligence, and another big word that has come into your vocabulary recently has been the word blockchain. And these are amazing systems. We're going to put them both together for this project and share with you something that could potentially change your life. And this idea was born out of 4 founders and a conversation with this lady on the screen, Dr. Anna Becker, an amazing lady who has a company called Endotech. She is the CEO and founder. This lady already has $1 billion under management. She's an absolute genius. Alongside with her scientists, alongside her AI, her software, and her traders, they manage more than $1 billion. In fact, they have more than 150 world-class clients, including Dragon Holdings, MF Global. This lady is well known. She has a PhD in artificial intelligence. You'll also be familiar with Gemini. We just learned recently that the Winklevoss twins are considering actually floating Gemini as well on the stock market, and that's something that Endotech want to do at the end of next year. They want to bring this company to the stock market, and guess what? You can be part of it. You can have equity in this company if you wish. The Winklevoss twins, they own Gemini.com, a very successful exchange, and if you go to their website, Gemini.com, go across to institutions, scroll down to the bottom, and you will notice the biggest logo on the page is none other than Dr. Anna Becker's Endotech. And it's a great reference point, guys, because if Gemini are happy to promote it as a trusted partner, well then why not you? Why not you? Endotech is fabulous. They have amazing results. The results I'm going to show you now are past performance for existing clients. This has nothing to do with the DAISY client. DAISY is a crowdfunding project that you can be part of. So what I want to show you is the results from a existing client account. This account is 3 years old, of course, and it has done spectacularly well. In fact, you can see its compounded profit and loss account has achieved over 2,000% in 3 years. Guys, that's amazing. If you divide it by 3, you're looking annualizing that at about 800% a year. Now, most people can't cope with those numbers. The Forex traders will tell you it's not possible. I know the real estate guys, I mean, they're lucky to get 10% on their properties. If you're getting a 10% yield on your property, you're doing quite well. If you're involved in the gold markets, I've been involved in gold for this last 10 years. To achieve 10% a year in gold is quite good. But here in this bull market of cryptocurrency, in these very exciting times with cryptocurrency and the bull market we're achieving, you can double your money even, I mean, the Bitcoin holders 2 months ago have actually doubled their money doing nothing. So when you put technology and trading and experts behind that and start trading in these volatile cryptocurrency markets, then it's not hard to understand why Dr. Anna Becker has achieved this with this particular client. Now, she does not get this result on all accounts because she has 40 different strategies, and that's down to the client to decide what strategy they'd like to employ. There's different currency pairs, there's different risk levels, there's different strategies. This is one strategy, and it's just an example of what she's done with her alpha strategy. Here's another strategy called the top leverage strategy. This too has been quite amazing. It's a $10,000 account. It started in September last year. And at this point of calculation on the 9th of November, it had almost received 300%. And that is amazing in just those 70 days. So as I said, past performance will not guarantee anything in the future. It just gives you an indication of what's possible when you can use AI alongside expert traders and through scientific trading. Guys, this is spectacular. A very great company to get associated with, and we look forward to the results she gets this community. Now, when I say community, that's exactly what we are. We are raising a fund for the next development in AI. Endotech believe that with the introduction of 5G and other services, that the trading world will change. The speeds will change. The environment will change. It's continually a developing market. AI is quite expensive. You must. It's a growing module that continually needs invested in and increased in performance. And we as a community are going to crowdfund the next era in development for the DAISY Fund. And for that, we're going to get benefits. Just like any crowdfunding situation, you get a benefit. The benefit here is equity in Endotech. She's going to give us 10% to this community. And the other benefit is trading rewards. So as she employs this crowdfund, she's going to use some of that inside the AI technology to deliver you and I and all of us trading rewards. And we're very excited about that. In a recent post, she has suggested that potentially 300 to 400% will be available to this community. Guys, and that's spectacular. If you don't understand what compounding is, please go learn that after this presentation. Go to YouTube, type in the power of compounding, find out what that means. And you will find that a small $100 compounded at 400%. Just go and check that out. What is $100 to the power of 400% compounded, and find out what that result is, and you will be impressed. You will be very, very impressed. Now, it is our goal to bring this to the stock market at the end of next year. So economic climate providing is correct. It looks very, very favorable. And then you can get what we call stock or equity in the company. To get started, it's quite easy. What you should be doing is downloading one of the two applications you can see on the top here. We've got Tron Link, which is a Chrome extension, and we've also got Clever. These are two free applications. You'll get them on Google Play. You'll find them on, for the Android, you'll also find them on the iOS devices from Apple. You'll be able to get the Tron Link wallet or the Clever. I prefer the Tron Link for one reason. It's got a Chrome extension available, and that means you can have it on your computer, on your PC, and I prefer the bigger numbers I can see on a bigger screen rather than my cell phone. If you've just got a cell phone, that's fine. You can still operate with TronLink. You can still operate with Clever on your cell phone or on your device. Now, we're going to use the Tron blockchain, and the reason for that is very, very simple. Number one, it's transparent. You can see all the transactions. Number two, it's fast. And number three, the transaction fees are minimal, and that's what we're excited about, because this community will be doing multiple transactions, and for that reason, we want the costs to remain low. So we're going to use the Tron blockchain to fund and to exit our positions inside this crowdfunding arrangement, and the minimum contribution is just $100. And what I like about that, it means that everybody can participate. Everybody essentially in the planet, even a family can come together, and $25 each, four in the family can get $100 into the crowd if they like the project. If you think this is a good project and you think it's worthy of contribution, then $100 should be no problem for most families. It's a very low entry point, and that's why it's attracting a lot of attention worldwide. In our pre-launch, we put in 50,000 participants in the first 3 days, 3/4 days, and we anticipate the exact same happening now next week when we enter the soft launch. We've done the pre-launch, we're now entering the soft launch, and that's very, very exciting. You should be preparing for that, and you should be designing your own structures. You should be kind of pre-building on paper or software some kind of structure for your network, for your organization. You should be getting your wallets put onto your devices. You should be funding those wallets, having them prepared for this soft launch, because what I'm about to show you guys is very, very exciting. Now, the minimum contribution, as I said, is $100. Here's the good news. When there's profits available, you can remove them at your discretion. You can take out the profit when you desire. You can also allow it to compound, and that's something you must understand, compounding, because the effects of compounding have a better result than those people that keep removing the profit. I used an example before. I'll use cows this time. Imagine a farmer had 40 cows, and those 40 cows had calves, and he sold off the calves to keep the farm running, and he's still just got the 40 cows. And then next year he produces 40 new calves, and he sells off the calves to keep the farm running. He's still only got 40 cows. And then the next year he has 40 calves, and he sells the calves to keep the farm running, and he still only has 40 cows. Well, that's one way of looking at it. But imagine the farmer did this. Imagine the farmer kept the 40 calves the first year, and he kept the 40 calves in the second year, that's 120, and he kept the 40 calves in the third year, that's 120 calves plus the 40 cows. He would have 160 animals. And if those 160 animals had cows in year 4, can you see the power of compounding? He would have 160 to sell instead of 40 to sell. And that's essentially a very raw way of looking at compounding. If you compound, you get a better end result than if you withdraw the profits on an ongoing basis. That's common sense, guys. But it's up to you. You have the choice whether to leave it to remain or to withdraw. We have another side to the project which should give you enough income to run the house. Okay, so we've got a crowd development side which should give you enough profit to run your house, to pay your bills, to keep your lifestyle, as you allow the effects of compounding to happen inside your crowdfunding account. So there's options here, guys, and it's very, very, very exciting. In fact, there's 10 levels of contribution. The first one I've just told you about, it's minimum $100. You can see that $50 will go to the trade account. The other $50 goes to the marketing side of things. And you can also see on the right-hand side here, this is your equity. So for $100, you're going to get 1 share in the company. Now, the company is offering 10% to this organization, to this community. It's already valued at 100 million, ladies and gentlemen. Today, it's already valued at 100 million. What will it be 2 years from now? I cannot say. But 10% of that company is offered to this community. So you're buying into a project that you like in lieu of equity in the potential flotation, and also for trading rewards from the trading side of things. That's what you're getting back. You're not investing in anything here. You are contributing to a crowd. Now, out of the 10%, 5% will be given to everybody. So if you want to come on board, yes, you'll get a part of that. There's another 5% that's going to be reserved for the higher achievers, and we'll show you that in just a moment. Now, if you prefer to contribute at a higher level, so let's say you've done the 100 and you now say, you know what, I like this project, I think I will contribute 200. Well, it's 1 plus 2, meaning the total contribution is 3, and 50% is the program here. 50% will go straight to the trading account. These trading accounts are held at Coinbase, they're held at Binance, a big exchange, and they're also held at Gemini, who we looked at a moment ago. Dr. Anna will then, through an API, link these funds to her trading robots. It'll be managed by technicians and scientists, and it is actually scientific, this, and also, of course, the expert traders. And there, they will allow the account to grow and to develop for you. So it's 50-50, 50 to the trade, 50 to the community, and extra equity. If we go down to tier 7, you will see it in itself is $6,400, but you must do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 before you can do 7, meaning the total contribution would be 12.7. 50% will go to the crowd, and 50% will go to the trade side of things, and you will see you get more equity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite easy. You can actually do 1 to 7 and straight away, or you could upgrade slowly at your discretion. Let's say you make some trading profits or trading rewards, maybe you made some income from the community side. Well, you can upgrade at any time when you wish. You can start with 100, maybe next week upgrade to the 200, the week after. You can progressively upgrade. You can do it in 1 day or 1 hour. You can click this one, this one, this one, this one, upgrade. The choice is yours, depending how you depend on the project. If you feel that it's a great idea, if you feel that's something you want to contribute to, and you feel there may be potential rewards, then this is something that's exciting a lot of people. Now, there is a black line here, and that means when you go to tier 8, something changes. And it's amazing to your benefit, because what you'll see is that 70% of your contribution will go to your trading account. And that will make you money even when you sleep. When you sleep, the technology continues, and particularly in the cryptocurrency world, it's a 24/7, 247. Every day it trades. If you're dealing with Forex, it's normally a 5-day week, so you would get nothing at the weekends. On this situation, it's a 24/7 apparatus, because we're dealing in the cryptocurrency markets here. So 70% of your contribution will go towards the trading account, and only 30% will go towards the marketing side in the crowd. And the highest contribution you could make is 102,300. You'll see that 70% will go to the trading account and 30% to the crowd. There's one unique situation after this point. You will be welcomed as a VIP client of Endotex. Once you've completed all 10 tiers, you will have that possibility to go direct as a client of Endotex, and from that point onwards, you'll be able to do 100% with them. And this is a very easy route to market, an easy route to institutional trading, starting at $100. You see, the banks and the institutions, I mean, they have to pay $125,000 fee to set this up. Here, you have no fee. You can start for 100, work your way through it, and then you become just as an institutional client yourself, because you've become a VIP customer, a special arrangement for this community after you've done these 10 tiers. So that's how the contributions work. Now let's talk about the other side. Where does the other 50% go? Where does the other 30% go? Well, that goes into what we call a matrix bonus table. It's very, very simple. It's a piece of software. When you make your contribution, there will be 3 empty locations on the front line or on the first generation of your software platform. And let's say you shared this with 3 people. We'll call it A, B, and C. They will take up the first 3 positions of your matrix. Now, if you decide not to do anything, that's fine also. There is no obligation to share this with anyone. And in the event that you're upline or they're upline or they're upline, if in the event that they are active, there is that potential for what we call spillover. And if that occurs and they fall into these 3 positions, well, then you still are qualified to earn money on people who you don't even know. So there's 4% available on the first line. There's 4% available commission on the second line, whether or which you know these people or not, whether that's come from above or whether you've created it. Everybody is eligible for the first 2 generations with 0 requirements. That's why it's in that yellowy gold box, that rectangle. This is free money if you choose, or if you're lucky enough to have that active upline that can create that for you. The real deal is to do it yourself. Keep control of your customers. It's best to know who these 3 are, so you can help them find 3, you can help them find 3, and you can work through this project to create a community, that you can develop a community, that you can train the community, that you can assist them to upgrade. That's far better than not knowing who they are. And for that reason, I prefer to know who my 3 are. I'd prefer them to know who their 3 are. And that way you have almost like a Facebook network. You know exactly who's who, and you can help, guide, assist, promote when you know who they are. If it's spillover volume, you don't know who they are, it's left to the gods. You have no clue what's going to happen. So Anyway, the first 2 tiers are free, no qualification required, but the software will look for qualifications if you want to get commissions on generations 3 to 10. There is a little caveat to that. In your first 48 hours, there will be zero commissions, zero requirements. So you're qualified for everything within these 10 generations in the first 48 hours. After 48 hours, then the conditions apply. So if you want qualified for commissions on generations 3 to 10, you need to have 3 personal introductions and $1,000 of contribution, and that would open up 27 contributions. You can get 3% of each of these 27 contributions if you're qualified. So if it happens in 48 hours, then you don't need to qualify. After 48 hours, it's important to ensure that you have met the criteria. The software will look for it at that point. Now, again, if you want to qualify for generation 10, you need 24 directs and 128,000 in total contribution from them, and that would open 59,000 positions. And each contribution that comes into this table, you can qualify for commissions. It's 4% down here, which is amazing. And when you add all of this up, you can see immediately that 34% of the contributions are paid out to the community. Now, if we focus for just one moment and assume that everybody only participated at the $100 level of contribution, well, then you can see if you fill the matrix, the potential, the maximum potential in the $100 matrix is $344,000. It will not be $1 more. It will not be $1 less if you fill it, because it's a 3 by 10 force matrix. You can't put 4 people in here. There's no room. The software allows 3. Any additional contributors that you want to refer will fall behind the 3. So the importance is, if someone has shared this with you today, you need to make a decision fast and take up one of those positions, because if you're not in the first 3, well, then you're going to come somewhere lower. So make a decision fast, get involved, thank your introducer, get connected with them, and get ready for soft launch. Now, in the real world, this is mathematically possible, but it doesn't happen in real life, because people are people. And some people are lazy, some people are industrious and hardworking, some people don't have time, some people do have time, some people know lots of people. You know, I have no doubt lots of people will find 3 people. I know lots of people will find 10 or 15 people. But I also know some people won't share this with anyone, and that's fine. So this is hypothetical based on the fact that if everybody produced 3, if everybody pulled their weight, if everybody just made 3 occur and they develop this, then it is mathematically possible. You could introduce a network, well, let's call it an internet marketer. If you introduced an internet marketer or somebody on social media who maybe have 20,000 clients, well, they could introduce 20,000 people where you might only introduce 3 or 4 or 5. So based on that, if you fill this half full, there's potential for half the availability, which would give you $170,000 if you only did half of my example. If you only achieved 10% of my example, well, 10% would give you $34,000, not $344,000. So 10% is not a bad result. 34,000, guys, that's probably close on your average national wage. And in these difficult COVID times, when people are worried about their careers, worried about their jobs, worried about their business, stuck at home, relying on government assistance, why not take out your smartphone and make it a real smartphone? A smartphone is a phone that doesn't cost you money. A smartphone is a phone that makes you money. And you can make money by downloading the TronLink app or the Clever app, get connected to the project, and start attending these events. And simply by sharing this link that you've attended today, possibly, you know, if you share it with 10 people, maybe 2 or 3 will say, yes, that's perfect. And if you duplicate that simple model, we have the potential to give you a very successful 2021. But guys, that's up to you. Now, of course, some of you will upgrade beyond the $100 entry. You might decide to do the 200, the 400, really whatever your budget allows you to do. We've done a simple calculation here on tiers 1 to 7. The total potential is $43 million. And for those of you that can envisage people upgrading all the way to tiers 8, 9, and 10, that adds another 154 to the 43. meaning the total potential available in the matrix bonus is $198 million. Again, don't take me wrong. I don't believe anybody on the planet will do it, but I know some of you will do 1% of that. And 1% of 198 million is a very cool 1.9 million. It's really up to you guys. Now, I want to show you a table here where we've calculated what would happen if we filled the first three matrices, the 100, the 2, and the 4. Total contribution would be $700. Well, you realize that 50% will go to your trading account. That's fine. Endotech will do its business over there. The other $50 will be used for these commissions. And what you can see here is if you fill that first matrix, that's 344,000. We just looked at that on the last slide. But if the same community upgraded to the next one, bearing in mind they could take any of their profits from this one to upgrade, if the exact same community, the same 3, the same 9, the same 27 upgraded to the 200 matrix, well, then you get double. You get 344 plus 688. Total possibility of the first two is $1 million. Who do you know has $300 that might be interested in the next wave of AI technology, that might be interested in receiving trading rewards passively? With a $300 contribution, working 3x10 matrix, the full potential is $1 million business. And for those of you that can migrate your community to the first three matrices, that's just $700 in total contribution. That would give you an additional $1.3 million, meaning the total possibility, if you fill the first three tiers, is $2.4 million. In your case, if you achieve 10%, how bad would $250,000 suit your bank account today, or suit your Tron wallet today, by doing 10% of what's on this screen? Now, there are some extra bonuses I'd like to share with you, and the first one is our direct bonus. This is 5% on any personal referral contribution. So let's go back here. Let's suggest I was one of your customers and I make a contribution. Well, you're entitled to 5%, regardless of what that contribution is. It might be $100, it might be $100,000. You don't need to be at the $100,000 level to get paid 5% on one of your front line. You could be at the $100 level. You still get 5% on all contributions and upgrades of your directs. So let's say you introduce me, you get 5% of my contribution, but you're likely to place me as one of your first three customers. In that case, you're going to get 5 plus 4, so you get 9%. Let's hypothetically suggest that I was the fourth person you spoke to, so these are already filled. In that case, you'd probably place me onto the second generation of your organization. And the good news is for you, you get that 5% because I'm still a direct. Even though I've fallen on your second generation, it was your link I signed with, I'm still a direct to you, you get that 5%, and as it happens, you still get 4%. Now, what happens in the event that both the 3 and the 9 are filled? In that case, I'm going to fall somewhere down here in the middle, let's call it the belly of your business. And the belly of your business still pays 3% here, but you'll get 5% as the introducer, meaning these commissions would be 9, 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9. You're getting 5% on top of this bonus for all of your directs. And now we can clearly see that the compensation is paying 34% plus 5, that's 39 already, and we haven't gone through all the bonuses. The next bonus I want to refer to is our 10% matching bonus. This is a very clever bonus, a very rewarding situation. You would also be entitled to 10% of the matrix earnings of your directs, provided, of course, you're in that matrix we're referring to. Let's suggest $1,000 this week and you introduce me, you're going to get $100, 10%. If I make $2,000 the following week, congratulations, you get $200. However, you must be in the same matrices to benefit from that 10%. If you're only in the first 3 matrices and I'm only in the first 3, you get 10% of my earnings in those 3. But if I move ahead and go for the 4th matrix and you're still in the 3rd, well, then you'll get commission 10% on the first 3, but you will not get the 10% on the 4th because you've chosen not to go there. So it's very, very important to maximize your potential, to maximize your earnings by upgrading as fast as possible to the higher tiers when you can. I would also like to share with you that these bonuses aren't held and reserved to the weekend, or you don't need to wait to the end of the month to calculate the bonuses. These are paid in real time. I'm going to suggest somewhere in the region of 3 to 5 seconds you'll be paid bonuses. This is paid through a smart contract, direct to your wallet, peer-to-peer, wallet-to-wallet, no middlemen, no bank, no credit card, straight to your account. You're paid in real time, and that's very, very exciting. And that leads me to our next bonuses, which we call the pace setter bonuses. There are quite a few of them. I'm going to focus on this call just on one of them. For those of you that achieve 24 directs with a total contribution of $128,000, something very special happens. You are entitled to a share of 1.8% of the entire global community's contributions. And that means not just your little team. You might only have 24 in your little team and 10,000 people join tomorrow. You get paid 10,000 times. That's right. Every contribution from everybody worldwide, you can share in 1.8% of that contribution, guys. This bonus will be paid every single hour. This will give you 24 payments a day. In addition to that, you get the other 5% we spoke about in the equity. Remember, she's offering 10. Everybody gets a piece of 5%, but those that achieve 24 directs with a total of $128,000 in contributions, you get that share in 5% of Endotech. Guys, that could be enormous. And the final part to it is here, that as the community withdraws its trading rewards, this is coming from Endotech, not from the crowd. As your community, the whole community, not just yours, the entire network takes its profits, whether people choose to do it daily, weekly, monthly, or allow it to accrue. You get paid a share of 1.25% of every withdrawal from Endotech. And that is another very exciting bonus. If I could just go to my flip chart for one moment to explain that bonus to you, you might understand how important it is to get started today in the business, not tomorrow or not at the weekend when we hit soft launch. I'm talking about today. If we look at the pre-launch, we realize that somewhere in the tune of $20 million of contribution was gathered in the first day. In the next 3 days, another $30,000 of contributions was made. But just let's take one day. The pool we spoke about is called the Gold Pacesetter Pool. There is another one called the Leadership Pool. Let's examine what the benefit was in day one of Daisy. 1.8% of the entire global contributions, not your team, the entire global contributions. 1.8% of $20 million is $360,000. So the software had in this pool $360,000 to share with anybody that qualified Pacesetter. In the first day, there was approximately 80 participants that made the qualification. So 80 people shared the pool. 80 into 360 gave each of them in day one in around $4,500 bonus in one day. What did they need to do to qualify? Simple. 24 directs with a total contribution of $128,000. Guys, whatever way you do it, whether you club together as a syndicate, whether whatever you do, if you've got 24 directs or more, it might take you 50 directs to make this up. But whoever does it gets into the Gold Pacesetter Pool. And now you share in the whole world. Guys, this is global spillover. This is the real spillover that every contribution right around the globe, you're getting paid on the hour because all of the qualifiers share in 1.8% of the revenue. I did it on the first day. Some of you in this call also achieved it. But now we're coming into soft launch. You've got that experience. You've got that chance to become into the next wave of qualifiers. And the more volume we do, this goes up and up and up. That's gone up to 50,000. They're going to bring in 500 million. That's the target, 500 million. Do you want to be part of every contribution? Well, then go do this. Go do this. Now, there's another pool over here, and this is called the Leadership Pacesetter Bonus. How does it work? Well, it's the same contribution, 1.8, 1.8. In fact, there is 3.6. There's 3.6 from the turnover put into these pools. 1.8 goes there, 1.8 goes here. There were only 6 people did this one. 6 into 360 means these guys made $60,000 in one day, their first day. In fact, it was 63,000 was the number, 63,000. I've just rounded this number up. It was sick. Imagine getting into this pool. So if you want to know how to get into this pool, it's quite simple. All you need to do is to find 3 people who do that. Introduce 3 people, help them, show your leadership in guiding and training your community to do that. That's what I intend to do in my community. Show them structured step-by-step analysis how to achieve this so that their wallet pings on the hour, every hour, 24 times a day. Even when you're sleeping, you're getting paid on the entire global contribution of this community. And that's the best way to describe this Pacesetter bonus. And of course, that brings us now to the last bonus I want to talk about on this presentation. So just to recall, 24 directs, 128,000 of contribution. You get a share in the first pool. That's the gold Pacesetter. And if you can find 3 people to do that in any time frame, you get into the second one. In fact, every 3 that you get to do that, you get an additional share in the bonus. And that brings us to our last bonus, and another very exciting bonus, ladies and gentlemen. This is our residual trading bonus. It's been said that compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. And when people understand what that means, you remember my story about the cows. If you take the cows out and sell the baby cows, you've still only got the same amount of money. But if you compound the power of this herd and the next herd and the next herd, the collective benefit is compounding. Please study that and understand. If you can find a program that can compound, genuinely, authenticated and verified trades by KPMG, if you can find an honest program that can give you the ability to compound your own money, that is the 8th wonder of the world. You'll be excited. But what we have with this bonus is the 9th wonder of the world that I'm labeling the 9th wonder of the world, because here you have the ability to earn on the compounding of others, because this bonus pays you 3.5% of whatever your directs withdraw. So as they compound and withdraw their profit, you make 3.5% of their money. So you make your own money, but imagine getting paid on the compounding power of your community. The first 2 generations, there's no qualification. Even if it's spillover, you get paid every time they withdraw, 3.5% level 1, 1% generation 2. If you want to qualify for 1% on your entire network as they withdraw money, then on generations 3 to 10, there is those same qualifications that were required in the matrix bonus. Guys, this is certainly going to be the 9th one of the world, and we're looking forward to seeing how these benefits pay. So that's our presentation over. I want to thank you for joining us. Please get back to the person that shared this with you. Get your very valid questions answered. If you don't understand a thing I said, that's fine. You don't need to understand. I'll tell you why. The software understands how it works. The software executes the trades. The software executes the payments. All you need to do is put people on the call and let somebody else do the work for you. If you hear this 2 or 3 times, you'll start to understand. The pieces will fall into place. Download the free wallet, get it funded, get ready to roll, and I wish you every success with our business. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for attending this call. I'm back Friday at the same time, same link, and we'll do it all again. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are coming to my training, you'll get the link in my personal WhatsApp group. Thanks very much, ladies. We'll talk to you soon.
Some people dream success. Don't let your dreams be dreams. You should get to the point where anyone else will quit. And you're not going to stop there. So just do it. Make your dreams come true.